Hey guys, and welcome to Daily Commitment, where we do a little bit of exercise every day, and we increase that exercise very slowly. We're in the middle of a really interesting experiment here. We're still doing the squats every day, but yesterday we just did the push-ups. We didn't do the horizontal pull-ups. If you guys have been following this channel, you know we've been having some very small successes with pull-ups. I'm able to do maybe one or two outside on the tree, but I have to cheat my form a little bit. So those are the full regular pull-ups. These are the horizontal pull-ups. That's the way we're getting there. Hopefully soon, by soon we mean in a couple months or whatever, we'll be able to do a lot of pull-ups outside, or by a lot I mean like 3 or 4 or 5 instead of like 1 or 2. And we won't have to cheat our form. We'll have better form on those pull-ups outside. So that's why we're sticking with the inside ones right now. Like I said, yesterday we took our first day off. I had been doing them every day, you know, just the exact same exercise, the pull-ups every day. But I decided maybe to take some days off, hopefully let some muscle growth happen in between there, which was a new thing. And we haven't had to do that with the squats. We're still doing the squats every day, and we're experiencing a really good growth. We've been having this steady, real steady increase on our squats ever since we started doing these guys. But these pull-ups, which we just started, and the push-ups, which we were doing wrong before, we're having some slower growth on. So anyway, we're going to see if that works. We're going to see if this new strategy works. Here we go. After a day off, what we're going to do is we're going to do a set of 3. There's a couple key points here. We really want to do good form. So the key here is we want to tighten. First, we want to lock our shoulders. We're going to lock our shoulders back. We're going to tighten our shoulders. Then we're going to tighten the rest of our body. Then we're going to pull up all the way. 1, 2, 3. All right, it wasn't terrible. I did get a chest touch on all of them. Not really like a real solid but I got a chest touch. The problem is I came up, I kind of did this weird like little flop thing at the top, which I want to get rid of. I want it to be real even. I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick pause. I'm going to rest a second. We'll be right back. We're going to do another set, guys. All right, guys, we're back. While I was waiting, I watched an instructional video just talking about those pull-ups, those horizontal pull-ups. And yeah, you pull to the chest, 100% right. He calls it the chest line. Anyway, the point is, the other thing that I noticed though is he really tightened his glutes. So his body kind of looked kind of bowed, like his chest bucked up a little bit and his body bowed a little bit as he tightened his glutes like that. So we're going to focus on that on this particular set of 3. Let's see if we can't get a solid touch on all 3 of them here without cheating. Last time we didn't cheat, so we did good last time. Let's see if we can't get it again. Again, we want to lock shoulders. Right? Now we want to lock body and especially lock those glutes. All right, now we're going to pull. Ooh. Lock those glutes. Ooh. Didn't quite make it. We were a little short. And that's part of the reason I took those breaks is I was feeling some of that that stress the next day and feeling like, hey, I'm not getting the same good results. So anyway, we're going to pause it again. We're going to get our head right. We're going to do one more set. I might cheat a little on it. I'm going to try to give myself a break, and we'll work on that glute position. All right, so watching this video, the guy was saying a very similar thing. He was saying you're going to do the exercises 4 days a week, 2 days at 60% of your max, 2 days at 80% of your max, and you're also going to be doing a little more volume on your 60% days. This is lining up exactly what we're talking about, is we are going to want some of those breaks, some of those days off, A, and then B, some lighter days, some heavier days. That's happening naturally on Daily Commitment. It was happening naturally while I was, you know, just kind of trying to do it every day, but I just kind of felt like a failure on those days where I was doing a little bit less. So that's good. That's good advice to hear. Anyway, the key thing he says about this is you want that shoulder, that hip, and that knee in line. These are the straight version. There is one version they do where they bend themselves, or I guess bend this way, a little bit of an angle, but we're not trying for that right now. Let's see if we can't get at least 1 or 2, maybe all 3 of these to touch the chest. Let's do our last set here, and we're going to call it a day on the horizontal pull-ups. So here we go. All right. We're going to tighten shoulders first, then we're going to tighten the legs and everything else. Really try to drive. There we go. Great touch. And great touch. And we did it. We touched all 3 just barely. Not too much of a thing. I really feel good about that set. I want to do another set, but this doesn't have to be a super heavy day. That was really good. I hit all 3 on the chest there. So anyway, we're going to take a pause. We're going to do those squats. We're not going to do push-ups today. We're letting everything heal. I definitely felt some good soreness back here. I'll tell you what I'd like to do. I'm not going to do a push-up. I'm just going to do a little bit of a plank. I've noticed that beginning is where I'm weak, and one of the things that's happening is these shoulders are creeping up. And I figured out why. It's because as I plank here, I kind of engage my traps like this and kind of pull my shoulders tight with the traps, and that kind of lets me get real solid up here. But I don't think I'm supposed to do that. I think I'm supposed to be able to keep my shoulders just right here rather than needing the traps and pulling up like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little bit. This is not going to be a push-up. I'm just doing a little bit of a plank to kind of set and test these muscles a little bit. I'm just going to do it like this. Just this for a little bit. And like I said, that's it. I just kind of want to get a little bit of exercise here on not the actual push-up muscles like the motion, but just a little bit on there and there, making sure that that base is real good. Anyway, we're not trying to do push-ups today. Let's go outside. Let's do some squats. We've just increased the weight on our squats, so that's really exciting. Let's go outside and we're going to do some squats here. All right, guys, we're back. We got our bar here, our engagement bar. That was really great on those pull-ups. That really went well. I'm excited about it. Anyway, let's jump to these squats here. We're going to go like this. This is going to make sure our shoulders stay back. This is the same thing we're doing our push-ups, where we're engaging our collar. And it's the same thing we're doing our pull-ups, where we get our shoulders locked and back. It's the key, man. So we're going to do it on our squats as well. Keep the back straight, keep engaged here. All right, so we're going to come down for our first one. Try to make sure we've got our feet in about the right position. I don't want to lean forward quite so much. I want to be able to sit back and relax in my squat. How does that feel? Feels all right. All right, let's lock that head. 1. Now remember, this is with the added weight. So we're up to 36 pounds now here on the vest. 2. And we did 20 reps yesterday, no problem. 3, which means you won't have to stay at this weight as long. 4, got about another 6-7 pounds left of weights here. 5, and then we're gonna have to start adding weight to the bar here. 6, but there's no rush. We're gonna get to those weights soon enough. 7, we're just gonna do 20 of these. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, almost, guys. 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so we did it, guys. We got 20 of those guys in there. We're pretty happy about what happened with those sets of pull-ups. That last set, all 3 touched the chest. And I really focused. So we're gonna keep it up, guys. We're gonna be making progress, man, on those pull-ups and those push-ups. Even though we've kind of got stuck for a little bit, the fact that we're doing it every day, we're trying out some new methods. I'm telling you, man, everything works if you just make that daily commitment and get at it every day. All those numbers are going to come up eventually. You're going to learn all those techniques. Start simple, do something easy, and then eventually you can start taking breaks on days on some of your exercises, and eventually you can start breaking your exercises into sets and stuff like this. You'll get into all of that. Don't worry about all that when you first start. Just pick an exercise or 2, do a certain amount of it, and then do the same amount the next day, and then slowly increase from there. You'll be fine for a little while, and then everything else will come. You'll want to start learning about all your perfect forms and all your proper sets and all your proper rest periods and stuff once you actually get into that habit of exercise. But start with something small. Start with something not complicated that doesn't need all that extra stuff, and just do that every day to start with, and then we'll break down to all this other stuff. And you're going to see me exploring that through this video series. You're going to see all my failures, all the places I get stuck, and then have to actually learn how to do stuff better. But just keep it up, guys. A little bit every day adds up to a lot. Make it a habit. Make it easy. Subscribe if you listen to this whole boring speech. There's a little button right there you can subscribe to. Hit the bell button below. Get positive energy in your YouTube inbox every day. We'll see you guys later. Good luck with your daily commitments.